Hi team, how are you? Welcome back. I'm also back. So today we'll discuss about the types of files in AS400 database system and the importance of using this physical file as well. So in generally, if we talk about an application, see for each and every application we need a database to store some information. So the front end is used to navigate across the application, and it will be a user friendly to the customer so that they can able to navigate throughout the pages without having any technical knowledge, because the users doesn't require to learn software technology to navigate throughout the application, because that is why it's a user friendly guide based applications, I can say. So to run an application we need an backend database system and front end which can be designed on Java or VB.NET, C#. So we have different languages to create an application for a web-based process. At the same time we need an operating system to support these processes. So the operating system will helps us to retrieve the data from the front end, whatever the user given a value on the front end. This operating system helps to fetch the value from user and send the value to the database, and at the same time it will give the value from database to the front end applications. So on an AS400 we have a database called DB2400, an operating system called OS400, and we have some utilities, tools and inbuilt tools where we can design and front end applications as well, but it looks like an non-graphical interfaces. So in generally you can see this kind of screens in our retail market, where if you buy some goods and during the cash count, if the person is trying to collect some cash from the user, and there will be a monitor, and that monitors usually have this kind of screens with a black color background and white color fonts like that. So that is in very rare conditions, but mostly people use a web-based applications for easily and user-friendly process. And apart from that, even on Indian Railways application also, if you go and buy a ticket at the ticket counter, and in the background the ticket collector, the person who issues your ticket, so they have this kind of black color background with the white color fonts or green color fonts kind of screen without having any graphical interface. So that kind of application it is. Still we can able to design a front end applications but without a graphical navigations. And as I said, if you are working for a banking application, the database helps us to store the information. Example, if you're trying to create an account, means if you want to become a customer to the bank, then you need to open an account, and they will issue an account number and branch IFSC code. So your account information contains all of your information like phone number, personal email ID, address, and the type of account and any nominees. So whatever the data that you want to contain, it has to be there in your database. So the database is mainly used to store some information in a secured manner. So in AS400 we have a database called DB2 400. So using this we can store all the information in one place. Okay, and in our AS400 we have different types of files. Okay, because the data will be stored in a files only. Okay, so if we talk about files, then we have these many number of files being used in AS400. So source physical file is one of the file, physical file, logical file, display file, printer file, and DDM files. Okay, so out of these many number of files on our AS400 database, which file will contain the actual data means this one, the second one. So physical file will contain the actual data in our AS400 database. Okay, so the source physical file is used to maintain the source code for an object. Okay, the physical file will contain the actual data, and the source physical file will contain the source of an object. And remember one thing, on an AS400 system we always work with an objects. Okay, so object is nothing but which will occupy some space on your system. Even in real life also, invisible thing we can't say it as an object. So whatever the visible and it's occupying some space physically, then it is called as an object. The same way in our AS400, if you are working on something and it's an object, means it's occupying some space in your hard disk, in your database, then it is called as an object. Okay, as of now just remember, to create an object we require a source, but there are some cases without having a source still we can able to create an object. So that is an separate topic, but you need to understand, on an AS400 system we always work with an object. To create an object we need a source. That source will be located under the source physical file. Okay, and this physical file will contain the actual source, physical file will contain the actual data, and this logical file is used to fetch the data from a physical file, either from a single physical file or else from multiple physical files together we can create one logical file. Okay, and in simple terms, this display file is nothing but it's an user interface where user can provide an input and they can get the value on the same display file as an output. Okay, so basically we can do an IO operations on the screen. Okay, and this printer file is nothing but a statement. Usually it's a non-editable mode. It is just used only for read-only purpose, and it is like a bank statement. So whatever the information is displayed on the bank statement, it's a non-editable value. It is just only for whenever we want to throw some information only for reading purpose, then we can use it. We can use the printer files concept. Okay, DDM file. DDM file is used to navigate from one server to another server. If you want to transfer the data from one server to another server, then we can use this DDM files concept. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you.